Hey everybody, it's me. I decided to make a tutorial on how to do big, sexy, beauty queen pageant hair. This is one of the most often questions that I get asked actually on social media is how do you create large, extravagant pageant hair? So I'm going to be showing you guys. So there's a few tools that you're going to need. Hair dryer and a curling iron of your choice. I like to use a 1.5 inch curling iron for reasons I'll explain later. Teasing comb and a regular comb of your choice. A mousse, and this is a leave-in conditioner spray that I like. A texturizing spray and a powder. Finally, we're going to use a hairspray. So the first thing that I like to do is comb my freshly washed wet hair. I like to use a leave-in conditioner spray to kind of detangle the hair. This also makes your hair really soft and shiny. The next step is to apply a mousse to the base of your hair. I like to do this once my hair is already combed. A nice amount, depending on how thick your hair is, you might not need this much or you might need more. So right in the root, I also kind of like to flip my hair over and get it underneath and the side. Get it all in there, yeah. So that it spreads. The next step is going to be a texturizing spray. I almost dropped this. Oh, next step is going to be a texturizing spray. I like to use this because it helps your hair kind of grip a little bit better, especially when you are curling it and putting it into the set pin curls, which I will show in a little bit. More textured hair helps it kind of hold and not slip out. So just a light spray. The next step is you are going to dry it. So let's do it. So a beloved trick amongst us pageant girls is to dry your hair upside down. That way when you do that, it creates more volume at the root, because instead of drying like this, it's going to be drying like that. So I'll show you what I mean. All you have to do is flip your head upside down and dry from the back. On that same note, you also want to dry your hair in the opposite direction of where it lands naturally. So as you can see, my hair lands this way, so I'm going to flip it and dry it this way for that same effect so that it adds more volume. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like now that it has been blow dried. I am waiting for my curling iron to heat up. So that will be our next step, is to curl the hair, pin it, and secure it in place for a few minutes to let the curl set. You're going to take your comb, then you're going to take a number of powders. So this is something that I actually learned from a really good friend of mine, Lisa G Artistry, who does makeup and hair. These are hair powders, and what they do is they create big texture at the root of the hair. They're very lightweight because they're a powder, so they don't weigh your hair down. I like to use this brand because they offer it in a pump form or in a shake form, so you can kind of do both. I'm just gonna take a little clip just like this. These are super cheap. You can buy them at literally any beauty store, any drugstore. You can also use a bobby pin if you don't have these. I'm just gonna pin it on my pant here really quick. And then I'm just gonna put my comb right here. I like to take the front section at the top of my hair and gather it like so. This is going to be curled in this way so as to create the swoop in whichever direction you like. So then you're going to take one of these powders, and careful because they are very trajectory, they're very potent. And then you see how I did that? Look at that. Oh my gosh, okay. Then you're gonna back comb the hair, just like this. See what that does? It's giving me a snuggie. So then Once you have taken this section that has been back combed, it's very easy to pick back up if you put it down. You're gonna take your 1.5 inch curling iron. You can also use a 1 inch, you can also use a 2 inch barrel, or 1 3/4. I like 1.5 inch because I feel like it gives me a big curl for my hair type. So then, I just curl it down. Make sure that you get the ends in this. It's not like with a wand where you leave the ends out for a beachy wave. This is a big diva curl, so you're gonna wanna take the entire piece of hair. Leave it in for a couple seconds. This is what it looks like. See, that powder helps your hair stay, as well as the texturizing spray. It will help your hair do that. I like to make sort of a mohawk down the back of my head with the same style of curl. So, as you can see, I'm kind of grounding loosely another piece of hair at the crown of my head. These don't have to be perfect. I like to kind of guide the hair into the iron. And wait. See what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, the back of my head is in mohawk formation. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect. They do not have to be spot on. It just has to be the general shape. So for the sides, it's good to take into account which side of your hair has more texture, has more volume, has more thickness naturally. For me, it's this side of my hair. Most of my hair falls on this side, so I'm gonna tease and back comb this side a little bit more just to even it out. It's the same idea. You want to take sort of the top layer of your hair like so, and you're going to apply a little bit of powder. This is a better view at back combing, since I realized that when I turned around you couldn't really see it that well. You essentially just want to take about 2 or 3 inches off of the root of your hair and just comb it backwards like this. See that? That is volume, baby. Flip it around. Make sure you get all the little ends in there. And carefully. Now, your hair is hot when you're holding it. It was just squashed between 2 burning plates of metal. But I've been doing pageants for years and my hands are already numb from years of doing this, so it doesn't really affect me. Another quick tip too is if you are curling your hair and it happens to drop before you pin it, then don't worry about it. All you have to do is roll it back up. So I like to take kind of 2 fingers and sort of roll the hair back to what it would have looked like in the curling iron. And then you can just roll it back up. Someone is eating chips super loudly. Roll it back up like that. Then pin it. And then you're good to go. I like to put hairspray on now because that way it can kind of dry a little bit. You're not walking around with wet, greasy hair right before you need to go out. And I just give it a light dust all around the top. And the back too. And a little bit here at the front of the head, just to make this nice and smooth. So now, while you're letting your hair set, this is the time to put your makeup on, get yourself all ready. So I would recommend letting your hair sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes since this has started setting. So I'm gonna take it off, and all you have to do is just take the clips on down. Yeah. Oh yes. That is normal, don't worry. Full Benjamin Franklin, George Washington wig energy going on here. So now what you do with your very weird shaped hair is you're going to kind of use your fingers to shape the roots a little bit. I like to, again, flip my hair down to the front. So from here, you shape it to your liking. Also make sure to get the back of your head because those back curls do have a lot of volume, but you want to smooth them out, make them look natural. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And then you can see in the sunlight, it looks super shiny, super healthy, not super heavy. Another trick too is if you want to add more volume instantly, just shake it like a shake it like so, flip it up. Look at what it did to the roots. It adds just instant volume to where, like I said, you can make it as big and divalicious as you like. And that's it.